Hi, this is Greg,
This is Beth.
and we're here. Instead of doing Bible study, I asked Pastor Beth if she would stay after shooting Bible study and do a Give Me Five with me. And it's because the children's message that you did last week had such a powerful impact on me. I thought, man, I wish that's a thought that I need to take into my life, and everybody does right now. It was the idea of 2020 is such a terrible time, and do you want to share about that?
Sure. So, again, every place in my life is surrounded with young people of some sort, and I am blessed to work in a school during the week. And I remember it came up first. I was actually doing an SAT class, tutoring on Sunday afternoons, getting ready for an SAT that never happened this year. But during that time, the basketball player, was it Kobe Bryant?
Kobe Bryant, yeah.
It was right in the middle of our Sunday afternoon class that the kids, who I could never get to put their phones away, started to see that, and it really just took over the class. And one girl, I remember her and it really impacted them in a way that I probably still, I don't understand. But this one girl said, it feels like everybody's dying. And a number of things started to happen that I've heard from those kids, including some pretty close to me, that it feels discouraging. This year has just felt like one thing after another after another. The kids that really love the sports, and I know that's affecting more than that. And so they feel like 2020 has just been awful so far. And so what I was talking about on Sunday was that this is not a mistake, this time that we were born in. And I think it feels more overwhelming sometimes because we have so much more information coming at us. And even when 9/11 happened, that was really overwhelming. And we certainly had the internet then and the TV, but it was not as much.
It didn't
We
take
didn't
over
have the
our lives like it
smartphones
does,
where it was
yes.
in our face all the time. And so I did want to just encourage you that you are here because you're supposed to be here right now. And a lot of the background for that message had come from a message that Judy Mensch gave a few years ago. And she talked about how we can't do anything about the year that we were born. And we might be able to have something to do with the year that we die if we take good care of ourselves and exercise and eat our vegetables.
Eat your vegetables.
Yes, sir. But that in-between time is where it all happens, and that you are here right now for this time, that it is not a mistake, and that you should not wish that time away, because God has you right here, right now, for this time.
Mordecai was in a terrible time in Israel. And they were going to kill him. They were looking to kill all the Jews. And he comes to Esther, who is the queen, and she is a closet Israelite. She's a closet Jew. Nobody knows.
Knew.
And he says to her in Esther chapter 4, verse 13, Mordecai sent this reply to Esther: "Don't think for a moment that because you're in the palace you will escape when all the other Jews are killed. If you keep quiet at a time like this, deliverance and relief for the Jews will arise from some other place, but you and your relatives will die. Who knows if perhaps you were made queen for just such a time as this." The King James says, "Who knows, but that for just such a time like this you came into the kingdom."
Yeah.
Pastor Beth last week was sharing with the kids, says you were born at just the right time. You are in the right place. You are where you're supposed to be. This is our time. Yes, I know. I've lived through several times, and the 90s were better. The 80s were easier. Yeah, but there were some rough times in there as well.
Yeah.
Sure, this isn't the best of times, but there's opportunities for us now. We have this story that became the basis for the story of Esther, became the basis for their celebration of Purim, as God rescued those people. This is a story that's been told forever. These are the times that people will remember. God has something for you to do in this, and you have been brought into the kingdom. United States of America, Taunton, Massachusetts, or Raynham, or wherever you,
Wherever you are.
way up there in Weymouth, yeah. Even those of you who are in Cranston, Rhode Island, we're not forgetting you guys.
But you know what? It's not just for now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, one of the things you've said to me before is that I have this ability to take the long view on some things. And I was thinking about that even as we were doing a Bible study earlier, that it's not even just for right now, but what you are going through right now and the experiences you are having, what God is going to do with that later on. 10 years, 15 years, 5 years. You may look back and go, I wouldn't have known this, or I wouldn't have been prepared for this if it wasn't for those days.
Truthfully, I'm that way because I'm old now, and I'm going, yeah, I've seen worse.
I'm not that old.
God bless you. That's our Give Me 5. Go in the confidence that God has you right where He wants you to be.
And read that story in Esther.
right.
It is a wild
It's
and
a
amazing story.
God bless you. That's Give Me 5, and our camera lady ran upstairs, so I'm going to go turn it off.
All right. God bless.